Welcome to the August Classic Series tasting. We've got some great wines lined up for you today. Just wanted to point out something very I'm here with my co-host, Ed Masciana.
Thank you. Yes, I'm just invisible today.
Well, how many years?
40.
Yeah, hello. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you've seen the new website that's coming up or if I showed you the prototype, but we have some of those original 1972 newsletters up there
that's
right
great.
Now, and they're really fun. And my dad called and he says, don't put up the second month, which would be April 72.
Yeah.
He goes, I chose Matus. Matus, of course, being a ceramic Portuguese wine, which was very popular in the 70s. Anyway, we're starting out with a Moscato 2008 from Italy, Mezzacorona. I like this wine because it wasn't too sweet.
Right. I was shocked, actually. I'm going, what's he doing? Moscato, that's usually a sweet wine. Actually, one of the prettiest sweet wines you'll taste in the world, made in Italy. And Italy's the only one that really makes those incredible Moscatos. Mezzacorona has been around for over 100 years. They know what they're doing, and they obviously grow muscat there in Alto Adige or Trentino, and this stuff's delicious, absolutely delicious.
I wanted to point out that we're using our Wine of the Month Club pouring discs, which are very efficient in keeping your tablecloths clean as you taste the wine. And I noticed also too, since we're in a nice air-conditioned environment today,
like I suppose the last time.
Right. So, the wines, we always taste white wines at room temperature because that shows the flaws. And often I get wines coming in here that, like in yesterday at tasting day, they chill them down, and I will not allow myself to rate the wine at that level because it hides and masks all the characters that you're looking for. And just want to test it on yourself at home. Put a red wine in the refrigerator for 10-15 minutes, then taste the wine. You'll see how much you lose.
Yeah, I have to warm it up in a microwave usually to get
delicious.
it to come back up to room temperature. But this is a delicious wine.
This nose is all like pineapple and.
Yeah, very musk oil. Musk oil is the oil that a male deer, D-E-E-R, excretes to attract the female deer. So I'm not saying this wine is going to do anything for you in that regard, but the fact is, you could do that.
That work out?
It wouldn't help, it wouldn't hurt.
Love the color, nice golden yellow, sort of chartreuse sort of hues there, and a little tropical nose, but
very tropical.
What do you think the percentage of sugar in that is?
Well, I don't think it's got much at all. No, because the way you taste sugar is in the very tip of your tongue. If it doesn't taste sweet in the tip of your tongue, it's not sweet. And this has got all this fresh fruit in the sides, but the tip of your tongue is bone dry, So there's probably very little sugar in there. This is not basically a sweet wine, but most people would say, oh, this is sweet, but it's actually not. It's just the fruit of muscat, which is so pervasive and so rich that people mistake it for sugar, but it's basically, I think, pretty dry.
Nicely chilled with a fruit salad or
absolutely.
Mandarin chicken salad.
Absolutely. Asian food would go great with this.
Really good. First one going out at the retail is $13.99. That's the first one went out at $8.99, and you can get more for $6.99.
Jeez, that's
incredible. I rated it an 88, but again,
well,
I think it's
okay, Paul. I've had it. This is it. You rated an 88 against what? What did you rate it as? How did you rate an 88? Well,
I don't know.
Exactly, that's my point. Well, I'm rating this against muscats, dry muscats, okay? And as a dry muscat, this wine is a 92. Because I've had very few dry muscats this good, let alone at the price at $6.99. That's insane.
I'll revise my rating to a 92 and match Ed's, and now we're actually on the same page for the first time.
When was the last time he didn't revise a rating?
We buy these wines sometimes, especially the imports. This wine landed directly from Italy just for the Wine of the Month Club members. And if I
first class, by the way.
I may have tasted a Cabernet just before this wine, and so sometimes my ratings are a little off because I've been tasting wine all day.
That's an excuse.
I probably tasted 100 wines yesterday.
Okay, that's a good day.
So, good day in the office, right?
God, yeah.
All right,
people think that's really fun, by the way. Okay, you brush your teeth about 6 times during that period of time when your mouth feels like you just had about a pocket full of sand in it.
Well, when you taste 100 wines and 85 of them, you really don't care for it.
That's right.
It's not that much fun, actually. Hey, here's the Spotlight 2005 Merlot. Again, I couldn't believe this one. I'm going to give you a little rinse.
This is really an amazing bottle of wine.
I'm going to rinse this out. Rinse that. Extraordinary bottle of wine, akin to the Serenity Merlot, same winemaker, I think.
Allison Crowe, right?
But whole different vineyard and appellation. So
you can't see that, but my God, look at the legs on this thing. This thing just starts here, and it takes a long time for the wine to come back into the glass. That's a lot of glycerin, a lot of richness. and it's starting to show a little tiny bit of age, but not much. It's a 2005, which was a phenomenal vintage in California. Matter of fact, it's a global vintage. Almost all throughout the world, 2005 vintage wines everywhere were fabulous. That doesn't happen very often.
That's delicious. That's the Great Escape, you know, when they taste that moonshine they made in the movie Great Escape with James Garner.
Yeah.
Anyway, the nose of that, it just keeps coming out and coming out. And there's plum and there's dried fruit. I get that plum candy from you buy in Chinatown. It's really good.
Really perfect description is plum. And this wine, you know, people think of Napa and Sonoma as prime areas for Merlot, but the fact is the Central Coast, especially the warmer parts of Santa Barbara County, which is where they're growing these grapes, have been incredible for Merlot. Absolutely phenomenal wines.
This is one of those wines that if I walked in the store, paid $14.99, brought it home open, I'd be very happy with that quality, which is what it retails for. You got it for $10.99 the first time, and you get more for $7.99.
Unbelievable.
And clearly a 90-pointer.
90 points.
Yeah.
Wow, you heard it here
How
first.
about that?
Okay, we're both at 90 points. How about that? That's a first in 40 years.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm actually going down to see the folks tomorrow. See my dad. I'm going to take a bottle of this and a bottle of Moscato and just have a glass with Dad.
Just remember, Merlot's not for breakfast anymore. It's a real wine.
Right. Thanks for joining us in the August Classic Series. See you next month.